Ugh. So good evening. It is late. It is very, very late because we have just come out of Eden Manor at Traumatica. So we have had an absolutely incredible night. So we got here at 7 o'clock. So let's talk about Traumatica first. Traumatica was amazing this year. It's always good, but it was absolutely top form. There were a number of changes across the site. Each of the mazes had a bit of a new story to them. We loved Studio 13. The Hill had some extra characters along the way, and there was a lot going on. The movie cinema one is probably one of our favorites. There's a lot happening in there, and of course the unknown with the aliens, and there are definitely some more changes in there, and one of us got completely grabbed by one of the aliens and everything. There was a lot going on. So then you've got the return of Tarot House, and Tarot House is a great maze. And obviously Grimm's Circus, Grimm's Funhouse, they do a big thing now where you have to, well, if you want to, you can put a what do you call them, like a glow stick around your neck, and then they know to tease and abuse you. So there's full contact in there, and we love that. We like full contact when it's generally done, it's respectfully done. There was lots of touching, pushing, moving us around, moving us to different rooms, especially in the finale bit. There's a big room with about eight to 10 doors in, and you're supposed to find the doorway out. So we've just been pushed from this door to that door. Really good fun. And to be honest, the story of Grimm's Funhouse was actually a bit clearer this year. So yeah, we really enjoyed that. Across the site, there are Roman actors everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You've got Roman actors, you've got the stage show, you've got food stands, drink stands, and whatever. There's a lot to do at Traumatica, and it's a really good atmosphere there. There's also the scare zone called the Rotters Run, or Rotters something. We had a couple of good runs through there. The run through we had that wasn't filmed was amazing. The one we did film wasn't quite as good. I think it's because we were coming back against the flows. So basically, you go from the Traumatica area into the theme park, and then when you come back, and I think it's more set up for people to go one way and the other way. At the start of the event, they do try to push you down that escape route, and then trying to spread out throughout the park. Obviously, there's the virtual reality experiences at Cassandra. You have the ice show. Now, we saw the ice show during the day, but the ice show in the evening is so much sexier, so much dirtier. There's a lot more in it, and it was absolutely great fun. Much, great high energy, and we really enjoyed that. So after we'd done everything, and we walked around and we enjoyed stuff and had a few drinks or whatever, we had the choice. We had the choice of either going to Forbidden, the new nightclub at the Voltron roller coaster station, but we were doing the Fear experience. So as part of the Fear experience, we got to go in Eden Manor. Now, we have been in Eden Manor before. We've been in Eden Manor the last couple of years. Now, the first year was a bit weird. I think we've said on this video before, it was like, being asked which mermaid's breast we thought was bigger than the other one. That was a bit weird, and it wasn't scary. It was weird. It was very sexual, not in a dirty way, but very sexual. The male and female characters were all quite over the top. Last year, we did the Fear experience, and then we came back into. We didn't really see much of what was going on the show-wise in Eden Manor, but the entertainment in the evening was good fun. But tonight, Eden Manor, we got there at 10:30, and the show started off as a typical Traumatica Europa Park, very sexual show. Women wearing not a lot, men wearing even less, and we just thought we were back into the normal Eden Manor show. And then something happened, and I don't want to give too much away because it's all top secret. Like, if you go to Eden Manor and you pay to go into Eden Manor, it's about £300 a ticket to go in there. It's all meant to be a secret. Your cameras are taken off you. You're not allowed to film in there. But some of the scare actors and some of the scare characters from Traumatica burst in and changed the vibe completely in Eden Manor. So it went from super sexualized, hyper sexualized female and male characters to then what I would call a more freak show, circus of horrors type experience. And again, the dancers are still there, the both male and female and whatever. It definitely plays on the sexual element of it, but it was much, much darker. Some of the acts were quite grotesque, quite horrible, really entertaining, but they are so up close. I mean, there was a guy spinning on a rotating pole from the ceiling, literally about 5 feet from our faces. There was a lot going on. The show itself is about an hour and a half, and it was stunning. It was absolutely personalized, stunning, and really, really good fun. After that, because we had the alone experience, the club turned into more of a nightclub. The DJ was incredible. And then those of us who had the alone or the fear experience were then taken off one by one to experience the fear experiment. Now, again, we're not supposed to talk about what happened, but I was taken off on my own, experienced at least 2 or 3 of the main mazes in the dark, full of actors, on my own, trying to interact, trying to find my way around. Within that, there were a number of escape room type elements. One of them was trying to find I was handcuffed and had to try and find the key to get out. One of them was a bit like a laser tag, well, not a laser tag, but more like a laser maze where you had to like crawl through the lasers and make sure you didn't set them off. There were different challenges all the way through. The buried alive experience from last year was still there, and that went on so much longer than I was expecting. I nearly pressed the panic button because I thought that I'd misunderstood the rules and that I hadn't, that basically I had to press the button to get out. It was genuinely terrifying, but genuinely great fun. I apologise to any of the actors I swore at. I basically called all the actors. Every time they jumped out at me, I just called them every name under the sun. I was on my own. It was a good experience. I was probably in there for about 15 minutes. And with that, and what you see in the Eden Manor Club and everything else is absolutely worth the money. In the past, we've done it. We've been a bit like, well, you're paying all that money and you're not getting much. The old days of the Not Alone experience, when you used to have the Forbidden Club, worked perfectly. The last couple of years of Eden Manor have not been as good as they could have been. This year, the team just absolutely knocked it out the park. Eden Manor was everything that we expected. The fear experience was everything we expected. The characterization, the characters throughout, the way the actors talked to us after the show and encouraged us to go out to do the experiment and then come back in again was absolutely worth the money that was paid. This really is, if you get a chance to do this year's fear experience that includes the very, very exclusive Eden Manor, we would absolutely recommend it. It was really, really good. So with that, we're going to sign off. You can probably tell we've had a few drinks maybe, but yeah, that was Eden Manor. That was the fear experience. We completed every single task and we did it, and we're so bloody proud of ourselves. So with that, we're going to sign off. We might go for a cocktail back at the hotel, but we are now going to sign off and say goodnight, and we will see you back in the UK.